Hey guys, it is Cauliflower
Chris!
Welcome to another edition of Collie Chats with this guy.
Yeah, huh?
And we are going to be tackling some controversial topics every week, suggested by my audience, or maybe out of just the brains of ourselves. Yeah, he laughs. He knows we don't have much brain power.
Yeah, we have to share it in between us, like every now and then. But mostly Dawn has most of the brains.
That's true. Anyway,
She's moving so like.
so this week, can you get?
I'm sorry, I'm just watching you do your thing.
This week, I chose from a person who commented on my YouTube video, Nicole Aldrich. I hope I said that correctly. She wants to know, and I love the question how she worded it too. Mm-hmm. She says, "Chris is your best friend." Now I lost you. Chris is your best friend. Hang on, I think I can get it.
We're having some technical.
How do you
there
guys? Shut it. How do you guys feel about men and women only being friends? That's always been controversial. I believe they can, while others say no. Thoughts?
Well,
Let's go from the male standpoint.
well, it depends. Like a long time, if that girl and guy have grown up together, like brother and sister, and but I don't know. It all depends on the person. Like I mean. I don't know, it's very difficult to say.
No! The guy should say no! Let's put it out there here, people. Let's get real. Okay, so scenario. I will be honest with you guys. 95% of the men in my life I have had as friends, but they were relationships as well. So, let's be real out here. There is a point where you are platonic with guys you're not interested in as far as being romantic or having romantic feelings or a relationship with. You want to keep it just as friends.
Yeah.
Or, let's put it out there, a lot of you girls will hook up with guys that are gay because there is no threat or potential sexual anything because obviously their sexual preference are males.
Just like you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, I know it's a very slim few. I would say yes in some cases because it depends on the amount of time that you have knowing the individual. Mm-hmm. Take this guy, for instance. Now, in the beginning,
she hated me.
I hated his guts.
She really hated me.
You want to know why? Because for me, when I meet somebody, especially of the male persuasion, I am not looking for somebody who is going to come after me like a little horn dog.
Did I do that?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
But anyway, the thing is that you have to give that person, whoever it is, male or female, the benefit of the doubt as far as like personality. You have to get to know them. If you guys mesh well, if you guys have a lot in common, if you feel that you can confide, which is the most important thing in any relationship. If you can confide in that person and that person has become your best friend because of it, then absolutely yes. The other thing I wanted to point out is most people end up marrying or having really good romantic relationships with their best friend because they've established a very solid friendship first, which I believe is important. So can men and women be friends? Yes. Because it can eventually lead to
something better.
A great relationship, a marriage, a partnership, what have you.
Exactly.
But just sitting there thinking, well, Cauliflower, what if it went all wrong? Well, don't worry, because I was going to touch upon that anyway. Let me tell you something. It can go wrong. Yes, it can. Because there are some guys out there that have it in their brain that males and females cannot be friends. Really? Cannot be friends because of the A, potential sexual attraction, B, the obligation that the friendship might hold, or C, that it might actually make them feel something. There are guys out there that are called assholes.
Pardon my French.
Who But the thing is that if you have a guy in your life that you feel is just kind of just hanging around you and kind of just, really, kind of just like, maybe let's say he's one of these popular type of guys that has like girls after him, but he chooses to be friends with you, but he likes the attention of these other women and will take the attention of these other women because he knows he can get it. That's not a good thing. You know what? He needs to figure out that you are an important person, that you are giving him the actual time or the actual, like, substantial amounts of interaction. That it's not just about what he looks like. And that goes for women too.
Yes.
If a male can sit down and look at a woman and say, yes, she's beautiful, but there's more to her than just her looks and her body and whatever sexual fantasies may be going on, that if he took the time to know her as a real person, he can develop something more than just sexual or feeling like he could date her. It's possible. What do you think?
I agree.
That's it? I agree.
That's it, yeah. Because usually 9 times out of 10, Dawn and I agree on things. So,
Okay, well, we've known each other now for 9 years.
Going on 10.
No, going on 9. It's going on 9. In the beginning, I found him to be very arrogant and immature, and time went on that he was still immature. But the arrogance dropped down. I think sometimes when you realize that a person invests in you and thinks of you as a highly valuable person, thank you, and that they that they actually will invest time in believing in the type of person you are. I think that at that point you drop the male bravado and you realize that that person really does give a shit, whether it's, platonic or romantic or whatever. You decide how that's going to work out, if the gods will have you. Not everything falls into place that way, but sometimes it does. Fake. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on this topic. So, that is it for the controversial part of our show. I'm going to actually throw it open now for something else, which I did say in my colleague chats I would do as far as YouTube related. So, for this week, I'm going to talk about groups. I said it.
Groups.
I'm going to talk about groups.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now, I am part of several different types of groups on Facebook that promote YouTube. What does that mean, though? What does that mean to the person that's first coming to a group and deciding that they want to join a group because they think it has some sort of substantial factor when it comes to YouTube channels and YouTube support? Here's the main thing on that: support. Here's my take on it, because I am part of some groups, but I will tell you the good and I will tell you the bad. Here are the good things as far as joining Facebook groups that potentially could support your YouTube channel. Number 1, interacting with other people that make YouTube videos, especially ones that are in the same community as you. Number 2, making potential connections and friends and networking, because you could possibly open up your channel to anyone in the world, to anyone that hasn't seen your channel before, has never, noticed who you are or noticed you as a person, and you can make some great connections that way. Number 3, making friendships out of those connections. It is a wonderful feeling when you do find people like you or that are similar to you that you feel you can get along with, and you will support just because you like them as a person, not just because they want an extra view on YouTube. Number 4, building your subscriptions. Now, I don't particularly want to get into that because building your sub numbers means absolutely nothing. But if those numbers mean that the views are going with it, then that is a fantastic thing to have and can make your channel jump and make all sorts of potential opportunities for you. Here comes the cons. Now, being in something I have been in, and not just saying YouTube community, I also have a sample swap shop on Facebook. I have my own blog page. I have been involved in multitudes of different types of groups and other people that do things online. Blogging, vlogging, YouTube videos, different things. It's not just relegated to YouTube. But here is what I find that's the negative part of being on Facebook groups. Number one, if you're not completely and utterly obligated to being active in these groups, if you kind of just join these groups, you throw your links up there, and you're basically dormant, which means you don't interact, you don't really have too much to say, you don't comment, and you don't really give support, what's the point? Number two, unrealistic, and I say this nicely, unrealistic expectations. There are groups out there that are saying they're going to push your subscriber views, actually subscriber numbers, give you more views, give you back feedback about your channels, possibly get you connected with bigger YouTubers and people that will support you, or even hook you up with brands. Not saying that some of them aren't legit, but then there are the ones that are not legit. The ones that are legit are consistent. They will promote you, they will look at your channel, they will give you pointers, they will give you their feedback, and they will tell you what you need to do. And they are already in the beauty community, the YouTube community, not just the beauty community, the YouTube community. Then there's those that promise shit and don't deliver. Here's what you have to look out for. People that will promise you the world and give you about that much.
Ooh, yeah.
If you join a group and they tell you, yeah, sub for sub, put your link up there. We'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to us.
Bullshit.
Chris said it. It is bullshit.
And I don't even do this stuff.
What he does know from what we've shared together is that
that's what best friends do.
Many people that claim that they want a sub for sub, want your subscriber amount, want your view, they don't want to know nothing about your channel because it's just something that they voluntarily,
it's a stepping stone to them.
Exactly, it's a ladder. And when that happens, unfortunately, what happens to good YouTubers like you guys, they get frustrated, they get aggravated, they think there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. What ends up happening is you get those people that are doing videos out there that shouldn't be, that are doing channels, making channels for the wrong reasons. And when they do that, then they're looking to climb on the vulnerable, the brand new, the ones who just started, the ones who have no clue what YouTube is like, and the ones who just want to do this because they love it and because they want to participate in something that they think is substantially good in their life. And that is the type of person you support. If you're supporting these mamby-pamby, copied, let's make videos like everybody else, let's troll everybody else, let's spam everybody else, and let's not do shit in the community, fuck you, that's what you gotta run from. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Here's the second thing in groups you also need to stay away from and walk away from as fast as possible. People who pretend that they will support you, become close to you, and then unfortunately sometimes in those areas, in those situations when maybe something is not exactly, you two agree on something and they completely turn on you and they unsubscribe, block you, kick you out. Why do something when you're not going to provide, even if you don't agree with something? If you're in this no matter what. Even if you don't agree, just walk away, agree to disagree, say I don't agree with you, and that's it. There's no need to get nasty, rude, or crude in this community and to tear anybody up, to make videos about it, or to even blog about it. This kind of community needs more positive reinforcement. And I don't just mean the beauty community, I mean all around YouTube. It's not just in the beauty community. I think that Facebook groups are great and they're bad at the same damn time. For me, I like people and I like interacting with people and I like knowing what people want to put out there. And as a person who's also behind the scenes in all of this, I like supporting people. I like giving people a boost. I like giving people a lift. I like giving people positive reinforcement. There isn't enough of that out there. what I see is a lot of fake and phony shit. And it needs to that just like a seed that you plant, just like anything else, just like your children that you raise. You have to nurture it. You have to take care of it. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes things go right. But you never know until you experience it. You've got to balance it out. And that is what I think YouTube groups can do if they don't go one way or the other. There's got to be a middle ground. You don't have to always be consistently watching people you don't want to watch, and you don't have to consistently be a person that just puts your links up there and forgets about everybody else and goes about your day. I don't believe that that should be what should be going on. I think there should be a middle ground where if you are watching people that you think are similar to you or you feel like you can get something from, then support them and make sure they know you're supporting them. If you don't feel like your channels mesh or they're kind of doing other content you're not interested in, you don't have to be negative about it. You could just be like, you know what, that's really cool. That's not something I'm comfortable with or I do, but you know what, I support you and I will give you a good comment or a like or whatever. I'm just saying that it doesn't always have to be where you have to like everybody, you have to satisfy everybody, but it does make a difference if you at least open up your mind and open up your sense of support in other ways than just saying, oh, I'll give you a like or I'll check out your channel. Those are great, but sometimes what happens is we get overloaded with too many channels. So you have to kind of dissect those. And you have to just be real about it, you know? Be real about a group where you feel like you can be real about it. Don't be part of it. If you can't be in YouTube where you feel you can be real, don't be part of it. For you. That's it for my rants.
Are you done?
That is it for my rant. I
now?
told you it's going to get controversial up in here. So, in conclusion, can men and women be friends? Yes.
Oh my God, we were getting back to this topic.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Can we be in Facebook groups harmoniously? Yes, we can. There's always two sides to every story, guys. We have enjoyed answering your questions.
Well, Dawn mostly.
Well, yes, this week was mostly me. But anyway, if you guys have more topics and questions and things that you'd like,
feel free to ask.
This
no
person
problem.
to answer as well.
My life's an open book. Ask that a question you want. I don't care.
Anyway, but
Uh-oh,
we
she
will
says.
be back next week. We will be doing a whisper challenge that was also requested, and there are other questions that we will be tackling. That is it, guys, for College Chats with Chris.
Yes. See you next week. Have a good week.